Hi guys, welcome to Dide's Crafty Corner and happy Tuesday. So I woke up this morning and I thought, you know what? I want to make that shadow box I've been thinking about since I purchased the Lawn Fawn's last release. So I did. So I'm doing a voiceover on this, but what you're seeing is real time. I've already cut out my cardstock and everything's laying in front of me, and this is my first attempt, and I have to say sometimes the first attempts are the best because it's turned out fantastic. So here's what I came up with. I wanted this to be an A2 size card, so I went with the measurements of an A2 size card. So I cut two pieces of cardstock 5.5 by 4.25, and then I had to decide where to score them. So I got the scoreboard and I just went with what looked good, what looked like it would work to me. So I took it out to 3 1/8, so I scored it at 3 1/8 and 5 1/8. And that left me with that little tiny section that we could put it together on, right? So again, I scored it at 3 1/8 and 5 1/8. I did both sides of them, and then on one of them, I just cut out a rectangle. I took one of my smaller rectangle dies from the Lawn Fawn set of stitch rectangles, and I just cut out a little rectangle. So on this card, you could either do it landscape or portrait. You know, you could turn it around and have it be either way you want it to be, I'm sorry. And I've decided that mine is going to be portrait, so I've cut all my pieces out to that size. So my little hillside border dies, I cut them out. I cut them to 4 inches, and then I scored them down to be 3 1/8. So I just cut out a few pieces of the leftover stock in 4 inches, and then I scored it to be whichever size. So some of them may look to be a little bit larger tabs and some are smaller. It's just based on how much cardstock was there. I didn't trim it down. You understand what I'm saying? I'm using all the little pieces from the costume party, which I had already colored in a previous video. And I also am using some of the tree dies from My Favorite Things, and I think they're all my favorite things actually. And that was another reason why I wanted to make this card a normal size card box or a shadow box. I didn't want to have to buy the little tiny trees as well. I wanted it to work on what I already had. So that's where this measurement came from. So right now I'm just adding a little bit of score tape to the edges, and my score tape's a little messed up. Apparently it's been chewed on by somebody. Only two choices here. Pikachu or the princess. So when I went to pull it off, it's already been cut for me. Numerous layers. So pre-scored, pre-cut already. Gotta love those kids. They made my life easier right there. That's all I can say. So I'm putting it together, making sure that it all lines up because, you know, this is on camera and I don't want to have to do it again until I'm ready. And the cardstock, by the way, is Lawn Fawn's green apple, I believe. Or is it celery? I'll put it below. In fact, I will have all the measurements and all the items listed below if you're interested. Okay, so we're going to get this thing put together, and I have sped this up just 2 times because I am doing this on my phone. And the little box that you're going to see here in a minute, the little piece of paper, the background piece of paper, that is cut to 3/8 by 4.5. So with the measurements that I'm using, that made the perfect little backdrop for my card. So again, it is cut 3/8 by 4.5. And that is from the Doodlebugs. That's the Fall Friends. It's last year's release. Super cute paper. I love the leaf pattern on the back as well. Super, super cute. So that piece of paper is where I got all my colors from, because that piece of paper that you're seeing has the cutest little pumpkins on it, and it says pumpkin patch. It's so adorable. So adorable. So I thought it would be the perfect little backdrop. So all of my little hillsides, like I said, I've cut them out from using stitched hillside border dies from Lawn Fawn, and I've made 3 of them. So I'm going to have 3 different heights and my hills and different areas in the die, so to make them look a little bit different. I'm just going to glue them in, one in the back, one in the middle, one in the front. That's going to be really easy. I just made sure that they all, at the end, after I scored them, measured the 3 1/8 so that it would fit inside that opening. And I've got 2 brown ones, one's going in the front, one's going in the back, and then the green one I put in the middle for a little contrast. I also cut out some little tiny pieces of grass, if you can see that. That die is from Paper Smooches. I think one of the tree dies is from Paper Smooches, and that grass went along with that tree die. The other 2 tree dies were from My Favorite Things, from their trio of trees. And like I said, they're a little bit taller, and that's why I wanted to have a card that, you know, a shadow box that was a little bit larger as well. I also have another shadow box card coming up where it's not quite this wide. It's more of a square card. I've got that put together already. I haven't decorated it yet on camera, so I'll be doing that for you guys in another video, so stay tuned for that. So now all I'm doing is just placing my little pieces in. So I really wanted to do the green dinosaur, and I really wanted to do the little pumpkin character for this card. So that went perfect with the paper, so, you know, score me. And I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going to put them now. I kind of wanted because there's so much green all over the front of the card, I wanted my little dinosaur in the back to kind of pop, and I wanted my pumpkin little boy in the front. And this is the hardest part for me, putting these little things in this little opening, because apparently I got fat fingers. That was the hardest part, getting them all placed. But other than that, this card turned out really super cute. I will insert a photo of the final project at the end so you can see a close-up. But it went together super easy, super fast, and short of the finger issue. Getting them in the hole and holding it down for the glue to stick, you know, that was because I really want it to last. I wanted to make sure the glue stuck. I put the big tree back there, the biggest of the 3 trees I put on the back so that it would kind of, you know, look a little spooky back there. And then the second tree that I'm going to do, I'm actually going to attach a top to, and I'm going to put some grass on the bottom. So I'm going to make that one look more like a fall tree. So I'm just attaching a little piece of grass, not glass, grass, a little piece of grass to one side, and then I'm going to attach the fall tree topper that I've done. All I did was take a piece of yellow scrap cardstock and I colored it in with a gold and an orange Copic, just to kind of make it look just to kind of make it look a little bit like a fall tree. Now, what I did also is I put wanted the grass to look like it was in back of the tree, so I put the tree on top of the grass, and then I attached it, which you'll see in the final photo. Then I attached it so that it would just kind of blend in with all that paper, look real fall yummy, and super, super cute. I'm going to add a couple of pieces of grass around. I think I can't see really, but I think I'm putting it right next to my little pumpkin guy. He's going to be on his tier, his level of hill there. He's going to have the candy. So I'm putting the candy next to him. And then the pumpkin is going to go in the second tier. And then my little dinosaur guy, that he's not a dragon, he's a dinosaur. He's going to have the pumpkin bucket next to him. And I don't think I actually showed that. I think I just skipped. Oh no, I added that at the end. That's what I did. I couldn't find it. I had fallen on the floor and I couldn't find it. So I added that at the end before the photo. Isn't this cute, guys? Look, no problem. You just fold it down one way and then you can fold it down the other way. Super, super stinking cute. And when, like I said, when it's all folded, when you've done it all, it turns out to be 5 1/4 by 4 1/4. So perfect to go inside of an envelope. Super stinking cute. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the picture at the end. Don't forget to tag me if you try this. I would love to see how you've done, how your measurements are. If you come up with something that works a little bit better, I would love to know it. I'll see you guys in the next video.